ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa Ọba Ọ̀ni Ọ̀jájá wọ́n ti jáde wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀ o tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá gbàgbé gbogbo rògbòdìyàn tó ń lọ káàkiri orí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára ṣẹ̀mọ̀ pé àtijọ́ tí gbogbo kinní yìí ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ Ọba Ọ̀ni Ọ̀jájá wọn ò jáde o kódà wọn ò sọ̀rọ̀ sórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára látijọ́ yìí ṣùgbọ́n bàbá wa ti jáde báyìí wọ́n sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ kẹ́yìn èèyàn ẹ wá lọ gbọ́rọ̀ tí Ọba Ọ̀ni Ọ̀jájá ní Ọba Ifẹ̀ tí wọ́n sọ nínú fọ́nrán yìí.
Respect each other's role and contribution. Forget supremacy. We only have one boss, and that's our God. And he's the supreme being. He's the king of kings. That is the supreme being. So who are we, all of us in this world? We are just his subjects until we know that. So what I'm trying to do for Yoruba land is try and work towards how we can unite. United we stand, divided we fall. The day we unite in Yoruba land, then we will now know how powerful we are. So my dream for Yoruba land is the next generation should speak good of all of us. And don't forget, I will never say I'm the head of Yoruba land, no.
ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ tó ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu bàbá yẹn o lẹ́nu Ọba Ọ̀ni Ọ̀jájá ṣe rí i pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó lágbára kódà ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́gbọ́n ni bàbá sọ jáde lẹ́nu tẹ́ bá ti rí ọba tó fi tọ́lọ́run ṣe gbogbo tó bá ń ṣe déédéé ni ó mọ̀ jẹ́ o ẹ̀yin èèyàn ẹ wo díẹ̀ lẹ sì gbọ́ nínú fọ́nrán tí mo mú wá sí etí ìgbọ́yín yẹn mo kàn fẹ́ ká tó jọjọ́ fi ọ̀rọ̀ wéra wọn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tí Ọba Ọ̀ni Ọ̀jájá tí wọ́n sọ ní inú fọ́nrán yìí ṣùgbọ́n ẹ má jẹun gbà yín lákòókò ẹ tún wá lọ gbọ́ tí bàbá tó sọ torí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí wọ́n ní òun yẹn bàbá wa ni wọ́n ló kù ó kù nìbọn ró ẹ wá lọ gbọ́ tí bàbá tó sọ nínú fọ́nrán yìí ṣùgbọ́n ẹ má gbàgbé pórí ètò Kúnlé Jẹ̀sálẹ̀ wà ẹ bá wa subscribe sórí ètò wa kẹ́yìn náà kẹ́lẹ́ mọ ìjàǹfààní bàbá tó ṣe mú fúnra wa ẹ wo ó yá ẹ jẹ́ ká tó lọ gbọ́rọ̀ tí Ọba Ọ̀ni Ọ̀jájá sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọlọ́ba nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àti pé kí ni ìhà tí Ọ̀ni Ọ̀jájá kí ló kọ sí àwọn ọlọ́ba nílẹ̀ Yorùbá kí ni relationship tó wà láàrin Ọba Ọ̀ni Ọ̀jájá pẹ̀lú àwọn ọlọ́ba tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá gbogbo ẹ̀ náà lẹ́ gbọ́ nínú fọ́nrán yìí ẹ wo ó yá ẹ tó wá lọ gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu Ọba Ọ̀ni Ọ̀jájá.
Some people have been kings. I have to give them that respect. I carry them along. I talk to them. They've been there for a long time, longer than me. The likes of Alailua Awujale of Ijebuland, Alafin Oyo, Alake Efegbaland, Seun Ogbomosho. They've been traditional rulers for a long time. So there's so many things that they know that I don't know. But in unity, there's a lot of strength. So I have to respect them. If I want.
ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa káàkiri gbogbo àgbáláyé ọ̀rọ̀ tó ṣe bí rẹ̀ tí mo tún mú wá fún ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa sórí ètò Kúnlé Jẹ̀sà gbogbo wa la mọ̀ Dr. Dele Farotimi wọ́n sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan nínú fọ́nrán tí mo tún mú wá sí etí gbọ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn tí mo fẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn ká tó jọjọ wò kódà ká tún kọ́gbọ́n níbẹ̀ ká mọ bó ṣe ń lọ ìyẹn ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa ń bíbà ìyẹn ní Nàìjíríà àti pé kí ni àwọn àṣírí tí Dr. Dele Farotimi tú nínú fọ́nrán yìí gbogbo ẹ̀ náà lẹ́gbọ́ èyí tún lágbára o ó yá ẹ̀já tó gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ. òwe yẹn bàbá wa ni o wọ́n ní téèyàn ò bá mọ̀ ó mọ̀ jù ni lọ o ẹni bá dẹ̀ jù ni lọ ó lè jù nínú ìtorí ẹ̀ gan mo fi wá mú fọ́nrán yìí wá ipe kẹ́yìn ẹ̀yin èèyàn káàkiri gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé mo fẹ́ ká jọjọ gbọ́rọ̀ tí Dr. Dele Farotimi sọ nínú fọ́nrán yìí torí wọ́n tú àwọn àṣírí kan nínú fọ́nrán yìí tí mo fẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin èèyàn mọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé tá a bá dẹ̀ wo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí dáadáa n tí Dele Farotimi sọ nínú fọ́nrán yìí n tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ni torí kò sẹ́ni tó lè wà ní kọ́ńtì yìí báyìí ní Nàìjíríà tó jẹ́ pé bó ṣe ń live ó dùn mọ́ nínú kódà kò sírú owó téèyàn lè rí báyìí ní kọ́ńtì kò tó ṣe nǹkan kan ní nǹkan tó wà very important. Ẹ wo ṣùgbọ́n ẹ má jẹun gbà yín lákòókò. Wọ́n ní ẹnu ọlọ́rọ̀ báyìí ni ọ̀rọ̀ ti lè dùn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbé Dr. Dele Farotimi wọlé kẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ nínú fọ́nrán yìí. Ẹ má gbàgbé orí ètò Kúnlé Ìjẹ̀ṣà náà lẹ́wà. Ẹ bá wa subscribe, ẹ bá wa share kó go far. Ó yá, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́n tí Dr. Dele Farotimi ti ń sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ bó ṣe ń lọ káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè wa, ìyẹn ní Nàìjíríà ń bí báyìí. Àti pé kí ni àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà kí ni ń face, kí ni ìdojúkọ wọn. Ẹ wo, ó yá, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́rọ̀ bó ṣe lọ.
Ẹ jẹ́ kọ́rọ̀ wa kó jọ yé wa ká gbọ́ra wa yékéyéké. Èmi ń gba òròmọdì ẹ̀yin lọ́wọ́ ọkù ni, kì í sì ṣe mi nìkan. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń la ẹnu tí wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ ní wákàtí ìpè kẹ́ ẹ mọ́ wọ oko ẹrú tẹ́ ẹ wà, ìpè ká fara wa jáde kúrò nínú ìgbèkùn tí wọ́n mú gbogbo wa sí, kì í ṣe torí ń tá jẹ mọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ, n tí mo fi sílẹ̀ ó ju nǹkan tí wọ́n lè mú lé mi lọ́wọ́ pé kí n wá gbà láti wá ta nǹkan ń pè ní ẹ̀rí ọkàn. Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn àfáà yín, ìbá ṣe ní ìjọ kiriyó ni, ìbá ṣe tàwọn lárúbáwá ni, ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí, ó ṣe dídán, ó ṣe wá jẹ́ wípé òótọ́ ò kì í jáde lẹ́nu wọn mọ́. Gbogbo wọn ti jẹ dòdò, wọn ò lè sọ dòdò. Ṣé ra wa tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ má wò wá níwò pé à ń fọwọ́ júwe, kò sí ní tó jọ. Wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ẹ̀yà ju bí mo ṣe nífẹ̀ẹ́ Yorùbá lọ. Ìfẹ́ yín tí mo ní ni ò jẹ́ ń lè tà yín, òun ni ò jẹ́ kémi náà lè jọyìn wọn kájọ máa ṣe. Kí náà ṣe fún yín? Wọ́n lọ́mọ wọn ò ṣe ìdíbẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ìdíbẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ ti jálẹ̀kẹ̀. Ṣé iye tẹ́ ń ra gàrí lẹ́sìn, ṣé òun lẹ́ ń rà lọ́dún yìí? Àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n ń sanra ẹ̀yìn ń rù. Ẹ má jẹ́ wọn forí yín gbà pààrọ̀. Èmi ò ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. À ń gbòòrò mọ́ díẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọkù ni. Ó ní wọn ò jó òun rákìtàn lọ jẹ. Ikú nìkan ní ń bẹ lákìtàn. Ikú ní ń bẹ lákìtàn. Àwọn bàbá wa ló wá sọ àwọn kan ń fi parí ẹ̀ ká fi jó ká dá túbọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n wí pé òròmọdìẹ kò mọ àwòdì, ìyá rẹ̀ òun ló mà ṣá. Ṣé ra àwọn tẹ́ ń wò wọ̀nyí, amúnisìn ni wọ́n o. Orúkọ yín náà fi ń kó gbogbo wa lẹ́rú, àpò ara wọn náà sì ń pawó sí. Ẹ rántí gbà wọn ẹ ń bá ń ṣe lábẹ́ pẹpẹ, ó yẹ kó jẹ lábẹ́ pẹpẹ. Àwọn eléyìí ti jẹ pẹpẹ lu o. Wọ́n ti jẹ pẹpẹ lu, wọ́n ti ń tú pẹpẹ pàpàtà. Kẹ̀jẹ́ òjò yé wa, ìdí oríṣi báyìí lọ.
When the law governs a place, you have certainty as to what the rules are. In Nigeria, even when the rules are changed, the police enforces it by means of entrapment. Let me show you. If you reside in Lagos and you've ever been around the Oniru part, the road that goes to the old shop, the first of the ShopRite Mall, the Palms, you will recall a time, couldn't have been more than 3-4 years ago, they changed the markings on the road to make some part of it one-way streets. They redirected the traffic to what it is today. For a long time, the police and LASMA will stay in hiding, waiting for you to contravene the new law so that you might be caught and then have yourself extorted from. The first ingredient of law is that it must be known and it must be certain. But that also presumes that the law that you know and that is certain would also be enforced fairly, equally, scrupulously, and that law will be applied without fear or favor. None of these are present in today's Nigeria. It took no less a person than, oh yes, Chief, I won't call him the patron saint of hypocrites this time around, but I'll call him Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. I am told that in his new book, even he agrees that the Nigerian judiciary is the court of corruption. So you may look at Oladele Farotimi and declare that I am a madman and that I draw conclusions too hastily. What are you going to say about Dr. Aremu? He holds a PhD degree, you know. That is my expert witness now. He's told you your judiciary is the court of corruption. If I don't know what I'm saying, surely he knows what he's saying. So now when you have a judiciary that is meant to be the last hope of the common man, declared to be a court of corruption, what happens to the hope of the common man?
A zoo has structures, has order. Google it, see it yourself. It's properly laid out. Is Nigeria properly laid out? Is this place planned? Does it resemble a place that somebody has given any thought to any planning? In the zoo, you feed the animal. There is an obligation on the zookeeper to feed the animal and care for the animal and ensure that it is properly kept in a good condition. You have almost 20 million children slapping the streets, out of school, largely homeless, on the streets, and you call this a zoo. How many goats have you seen in the zoo going hungry? But they call Nigeria a zoo. Who feeds the animals in this zoo? People are starving to death, literally. It cannot be that the cost for repairing a bridge, the third mainland bridge as announced by Umai, is probably enough to build a brand new one with some change left over. It cannot be, and then all of you will just keep quiet and then we'll just move on and be waiting for 2027. That is not the action of conscious people, and certainly animals will not allow that in the jungle. Because you sat down and you did nothing about the Calabar Coastal Road, they've moved it a notch further. Now they are telling you they want to spend all that money to repair third mainland. How many times do they repair third mainland, for heaven's sake? And then Keyamo is telling you it requires 702 billion to renovate Muritala Mohammed. How much would it take to build a brand new one? Get involved by demanding that the electoral process be taken away from thieves and crooks, so that the likes of Yakubu will not come in the middle of the night in 2027 to be telling you to go to court. Because the court they are telling you to go to is already an accomplice in the evil that has overtaken the land. Many are praying against principalities and powers, and they are being told from behind the pulpit by persons who are complicit in the evil that has overtaken the country to pray for their leaders. And then after the empty homilies, you tell the people that it is well. Yorubas will say that the priest must not speak evil. But what if the priest beholds evil constantly? Why should he not speak? How do you stand behind the pulpit and rail against Satan and his agents and you have nothing to say about the ruiners of Nigeria? How is it well if men labor from morning till night and they can't even feed like humans? How is it well when people's homes are perpetually underwater? How is it well when the state that should be the one bridging gaps is the one promoting disunity? How is it well when the very future of our children are being stolen in our very before? How sustainable is the future that you are building for your children? Some people covet our country. They want it for themselves.